After Ares proceeds to tell the heroes and Amazonians alike that the anti-life equation is not the main enemy, but a greater entity known as Erebos. We now see images of Nightwing, Robin, and Batman being shot in the chest by Alfred Pennyworth, who cannot pardon himself for what he has done. As he sees Bruce's deceased body asking why he did it, his mind is filled with despair. The images ask why he killed them. They didn't have to die. Before Alfred covers his eyes, tears streaming down his face, telling them how sorry he is. However, the questions still surround his mind when he is suddenly awakened by Leslie Tompkins. He says that he is sorry. He didn't mean to wake her up. Before she replies that part of sharing their lives is sharing their demons too. I need you to hear me, Alfred Pennyworth. It wasn't your fault. As your girlfriend and your doctor, I'm telling you, you need to find a way to forgive yourself, or that anger will consume you. He tries to deny it when she pushes again, saying that he keeps that fury all buttoned up in a three-piece suit. And yet he raised Batman, adding that he has never stopped to think that Bruce carried some of his anger too, and that his crusade of vengeance was also part of him. Suddenly someone knocks at the door. As Leslie responds, this catches Damian by surprise, who starts teasing her regarding her stay in Alfred's house. Pennyworth tries to deny it too, when Damian smiles back at him, telling him that he is happy for both of them. However, the moment is cut short when Damian tells him that he needs to go. The Guardians on OA are planning how to fight all of this. Alfred's eyes drop with sadness, mentioning that he knows this isn't fair to ask, but to please not to go. He has already lost too many sons. To please stay here, where it is safe. Damian looks directly into his eyes while replying that the anti-life equation is spreading across the universe. Nowhere is safe. They have to stop this. As Alfred asks if he truly thinks he can stop a god, Damian replies that he can try. Before Alfred gets closer, saying that there is too much of his father in him. If I can't convince you to stay, then I have another request. I want to stand with you. Find me a way. A weapon, power, or ring. I want to fight. I don't want to sit uselessly on the sidelines. At that same moment, John appears, mentioning that they have to go, before Damian puts on his mask. You have never sat uselessly on the sidelines, Alfred. Nothing our family has achieved would be possible without you. Do you want to battle undead gods with me? When Alfred replies without hesitation that he does, Damian smiles back at him, before adding that there is too much of his father in him too. Seconds later, as they take flight, Superman proceeds to tell Batman that in a moment when they are facing a universal apocalypse, seeing Alfred and Leslie together is a great thing. Now on the planet Almarak, we see the Almaracians preparing for a full retreat after one scout informs Maxima of the undead armada. However, the two queens do not flee with them. They wait for the Forever People to appear, giving their people enough time to escape. As the battle begins, the two prove to be fierce warriors, taking down some of the new gods in their path. But sadly, it isn't enough. Prima is unexpectedly struck by an Omega beam that cuts her down, while Maxima is overwhelmed by the yellow constructs coming her way. And in seconds, she becomes another terrifying tool of the anti-life equation. Now on Oa, home of the Guardians, Ganthet begins his report regarding the containment measures. 12 planets have been destroyed. Over 100 billion lives have been lost. Another 7 planets, with species clearly seen as assets by the anti-life, have been infected. We are sanctioning lethal force. These infected worlds must be wiped away. These words suddenly catch John and Clark by surprise, who mention that they have a cure. They can help them. Ganthet turns his gaze toward them before saying, "You are Superman, and we respect you, but your compassion is misplaced here, Kal-El. The spread must be stopped." Cyborg can't believe they are considering the wholesale slaughter of beings that can be cured, while Brainiac points out that the Guardians are correct. That is the logical course of action. Guy Gardner looks sideways at Brainiac after his comment. "Oh, great. Ganthet, if Brainiac is on our side, maybe we should rethink our side." Suddenly, Superman flies toward the Guardian, shouting that he will not allow the destruction of entire worlds. When the Guardian, with a cold tone, asks if he is planning to stand against them. The two face each other while the tension rises, before Batgirl and Mary Marvel stand next to Clark, saying that he will not be alone. At the same time, every Green Lantern points their rings at the them, while Kilowog pressures them to stand down. Kyle Rayner and Soren Ignatu try to calm things down, understanding that all of this is a natural response to a cosmic army of undead, but they should try to use their words. However, Ganthet says that they can't risk it. They can't allow any more powerful beings to become agents of the anti-life, and he proceeds to order Kal-El to be detained on Oa. Batman and Wonder Woman can't believe their decision, when in seconds, Superman moves in and destroys the construct with a single hit. The force of the impact sends Ganthet back, while Guy celebrates Superman's actions. Immediately, Kilowog and Tomar Ray strike Clark back, sending him flying before John's eyes. Batgirl moves in, punching Kilowog right in the face. This only excites Ares even more, seeing the battle that has started among allies. Batman suddenly notices that something is wrong. He can feel his pulse. It is elevated. This is clouding their judgment and heightening their emotional responses. As he realizes that no one is acting under control, he turns to Ares, shouting, "You are manipulating us, God of War. Stop this." He doesn't deny it, mentioning that he only gave them a little nudge. Before a voice chimes in, "You should listen to the little Batman, Ares. I won't let you hurt Superman." In seconds, the fight stops as they see Mr. Mixelplick, one of the World Forgers who operates in the fifth dimension.